There is no right age to which you can start talking to your kids about sex education. As a parent, I feel the best time to start talking to your kids is when your child is at the toddler stage, because sex education is an ongoing conversation, not just a one time talk. This is a talk that has to do with the child's development, a child's growth, changes in the child's body. So don't just bombard a child once and you feel you have taught the child all he or she needs to know, but it should be an ongoing conversation. The way and manner which you address this issue with a younger child is different from how you will teach an older child, a teenager, and an adult. So you see why it should be an ongoing conversation. So the first set of children are children from the age of 6 downward. Now these are the younger children, and you don't just go about start teaching them what sex is, the consequences of sex, how to avoid sex, how to set boundaries. You tend to get confused then because they won't even understand what you're saying. But the best thing to teach such children at such stage is how to call their body parts, how to mention these body parts, how to identify these body parts, and don't use slangs when teaching them how to call or mention their body parts, because when you use slangs and then it happens that there is pain, there is sickness, there's something that is disturbing them in some of these private body parts, they won't have the appropriate words or way to explain it, either to you, to the doctor, or to whoever is giving them care or attention. So teach them the proper way and means of how to call their body parts, so that whenever there is an unforeseen circumstances, they will have the right words, the right way to describe what is wrong with them and how it is. So the next set of children are children from the ages of 6 to 10 years old. These are the older children, yes. So these older children, in some cases, some will already start experiencing changes, development in some of their bodies. So whether they start having or experiencing changes or not, it is very important to teach them about changes, about puberty. Let them get aware of, at so stage, this and this is going to happen to your body, so that they would get informed, they will be aware that yes, I should be expecting this. They will be mentally prepared for it, they'll be psychological prepared for it, and their minds will also be prepared for such development and changes. When they don't tend to get aware of what they should expect even as they grow, when these changes start occurring, some of the children tend to freak up, some of them get scared because they are not informed, and this has negative effect in the mindset or the psychological growth of a child. So as a parent, let it be your primary duty to educate your child on things he or she ought to expect. Now, even as you teach them what they should expect at this stage, also teach them how to guide their body parts jealously. How that they shouldn't allow the opposite gender touch their body parts anyhow. The opposite gender shouldn't just play with their body anyhow. Even their friends should not just play with their body anyhow. They should be jealous about guiding their body parts. Teach the ladies how to sit properly, teach them how to communicate properly, okay? So that they would be able to identify whenever a negative attitude or situation is coming around them, and they will have the right way to report to the right channel, okay? So the next set of children are from the ages of 10 to 13, 14. Now this stage, it is assumed that they are already aware of what they should expect in their body system at this certain stage. They already know how to call their body parts, and they are aware of some certain informations. So at this stage, you should teach them about the act of sex, the consequences of wrongly involving in sexual activity, the relationship they involve in, the friends they keep, and some of the conversations they hear. And also, you teach your children about some of these things they see on social media and in movies, because a child watching a movie whereby it's full of indecent dressing, it goes online and see the same thing, might assume this is right. But when you teach your child, when you teach your children some of these norms, they get to understand that yes, these are the right things to do, these are the wrong things. Even if other people do, doesn't mean that is right, because they already have the knowledge, okay? So in this stage also, I feel you should get materials, get books, get documentaries for your children. You could also watch some of these documentaries with your children. It's pack up discussion, it's pack up questions. You have a free flow of discussion with your child. When you get a book for your child to study, you could bring up discussions, you could bring up questions. You also allow him or her to ask you questions. When you don't allow him or her to ask you questions, you are weakening their strength. You are making them not to voice out or air out what is inside them. They won't be confident to ask you some certain things, and you're actually pushing them outside to go here or ask people outside who might mislead them. So, as a parent, when you teach your child about this important topic, give an open room for your child to ask you any questions. And when you allow your children ask you questions, especially pertaining this aspect of life, it tends to bring this bond between you and your child. It tends to bring this confidence in your child that yes, I could walk up to mom or dad and ask him or her certain questions, discuss certain things that are disturbing me, discuss certain fears in their heart. Okay, so give your child an open heart, give your child a sense of belonging so that he or she will be confident and bold enough to discuss certain things with you. Okay, so this stage, it is a very deliberate stage. It is a very crucial stage in the growth and development of a child. When you don't inculcate some of this knowledge to a child, they won't be able to take some decisions that could help them. This is the stage whereby your child, whatever decision, whatever choices they make, determine the outcome of their life in the nearest future. So you see why it is very important for you as a parent to teach your child about sex education, map out time and teach your kids about this topic because it is very important and cannot be overemphasized. So, fam, I hope you found this informative. Please don't forget to like the video and stay subscribed. I will see you in my next video.